Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Pattern Crafts, and today we are finally going to break out this set here. I had purchased this quite a while ago, and sad to say I have yet to use it. So we have this die here. This is the Hot Cocoa Cups from MFT. I have seen some projects with these and I just think they are so cute. So we're going to be using that today, and then we're also going to be using the Hug in a Mug. So it has all kinds of sentiments relating to things that we can use with these dies here. Hot chocolate makes everything better is like a hug in a mug. Happy chocolate season, happy hot chocolate season. You warm my heart. Friends, keep your heart warm. Warmest wishes for a happy holiday. Mugs and kisses. Warmest thanks. I like you more than hot cocoa with whipped cream on top. I've got your love to keep me warm. Sending you a cup of cheer. And then we've got some little decorations like heart. This is like from like a little candy and some sprinkles and the snowflake. So we'll also be using this today. And I have a few different pattern paper pads, and they're kind of from all over, and I don't know what I'm going to use yet. So I just have this one here that I picked up from Michael's at least last Christmas, maybe the Christmas before. Has not been opened yet. When I bought this, pretty excited about it. Then this year as I'm looking at it, if I could get this open, I could show you why. It's just meh. I mean, it still has some really pretty designs, don't get me wrong, but there's just a lot of paper that I would consider wasted because I am not going to use it. Oh my goodness, there's two of these. Hold on. I wish I had a sharper pair of scissors laying around because I would just, all right, let's see. I think I got it. Okay. There's just there we go. A lot of full page ones. Like this is super cute, but I'm not going to be able to use this for card making. This would be good for scrapbooking, but I think it's cute enough where I might find like a little frame. I've been thinking about keeping some of these and using them for decorations, like at my office, like in my little cubicle, or here in my craft room. Of course, I do love this because I do like little cut aparts. Who doesn't love foil? But it is only single-sided, which I probably knew when I bought it. But like, here's another full one. Like, probably have to use that for the same reason with the other ones. And let's see. These snowmen are really cute. But yeah, see, here's another full page of, so we have 3 of these. So out of 24 sheets, 6 of these are going to be full-size sheets, and 2 of them are cut apart. So I just feel like, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, we'll see. I really shouldn't be complaining. But I mean, I did buy it. Okay, we also have this one here from My Favorite Things, and My Favorite Things is always single-sided. I did know that when I bought it. But it has a lot of fun holiday patterns. But can also just be winter. So this is the Candyland 6x6 paper pad from MFT. So there's 24 sheets. I believe there's just 2 of each design. And then my absolute favorite, which is here, and this is a mess because I did buy this last year and I have used it and the whole thing keeps falling apart. But the really rainbow Christmas, the Petite paper pack from Fawn, one of my favorites. I love the colors, and this might be the one that I gravitate to just because I really love it. But anyway, enough of all that and about all the supplies I'm going to use. Let's go ahead and make some cards. So we're going to die cut. We're going to die cut the papers, and then we'll come back. I gotta take this apart. Okay, so we're gonna be making 2 cards today. So I have cut down 4 pieces of pattern paper. 3 of them are from that Fawn pad, and the pink with the snowflakes is from the MFT pad. So the first thing I'm going to do is just stamp out my sentiment so that it has a couple of seconds to dry before I touch it. I am using the Warmest Wishes for a Happy Holiday sentiment. I am stamping that with just some Gina K Designs black amalgam ink. This is one of my new favorites. I jump between this and the MFT's Extreme Black. So go ahead and stamp out one, and we're going to stamp out the second one. When you're making cards like this, you could make so many in such a short amount of time, especially if you're using some images like this that are die cut. It just makes the process go really quickly. I am going to be doing a little tiny bit of Copic coloring here because this little piece here is the part of the coffee cup that would show as either the coffee or the hot cocoa or the tea, or in this case, I'm imagining it's a peppermint mocha because that's my favorite, especially this time of year. Then for the little whipped cream toppings, I am grabbing my C1 Copic marker. This is the lightest gray marker I have, but it's still a little dark, so I'm bringing in my blender pen, and we're going to go ahead and just color right over that with the blender pen. And as this dries, it's going to lighten up a lot, and it's just going to show just the slightest bit of shading, and you will see that at the end. So now I'm just using some liquid glue here so that I can fit this coffee portion onto the cup just right. This cup die does have like a little tiny indentation line where this piece should go, but using liquid glue so I can kind of move it around and get it just right. So now I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes and dry, and we're going to start layering this card together. I am using a card sketch. So sometimes it's a great way if you're not sure how you want to display, especially if you want to use a lot of pattern paper, but maybe it scares you a little bit. Like, I use it and yet I don't use it. Sometimes it scares me, sometimes it doesn't, but I almost always use some sort of sketch when I'm using lots and lots of pattern paper. In this case, not really using lots and lots, but I did want to use a sketch. So you can just Google card sketches and you'll come up with a bunch of different images. So I've cut down my little pink snowflake paper, and then I've realized where I want that pattern paper to be from the sentiment. I have too much extra white space up above, so I very sloppily pull it up, cut it. You never know any different. That's the best thing about card making. You can cover stuff up. So adding my second piece of pattern paper here, and as I'm looking at that, I'm deciding I got too much pattern paper going on, so I'm trying to see how to break that up. So I'm using this white mini scallop circle die piece here, and I did not think it was enough to pop the cup out. Like, I really wanted it to stand out, so I just went and did a quick die cut of some black cardstock, and I am so happy with how this card came out. So for my cream on top of my drink, I'm just popping that up with some foam tape and lifting it up just enough from the brown piece so that you can tell that it's like some sort of coffee cocoa drink with cream. And now I am adding some Wink of Stella. Had to clean off my brush there. If you're using Wink of Stella sometimes on some sort of watercolor medium, like to add a little sparkle, sometimes that color transfers, and so you got to clean your brush off. So there is card number 1. Just added a white mat to the inside. Now for card number 2, we're going to do the exact same thing. I think total both these cards took about 15 minutes with the die cutting, but putting together is probably a whole 7 or 8 minutes. It was really, really simple. This is a great way to mass produce a lot of holiday cards, and I loved the way they came out. So I'm just going to, again, cut this piece here on an angle. You'll notice the second sentiment piece I did trim down before I put on there. So I really want that back panel to really stick out too. So it was kind of finding a nice balance between the two pattern papers. So adding, again, my little die cut there with the mini scallop circle die. Fits that cup perfectly. Again, adding some more foam tape to my foam. And then I'm going to, again, just go ahead and add Wink of Stella to this cream as well. And can you tell here now, like, there's just enough shading on that cream to give it a little dimension. You know, visually it looks pleasing, at least to me it does. It's something that little die cut needs. And that die cut does have the little lines there, so you can follow that with your markers if you chose to do so. So here is my project for today. Thank you so very much for joining me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button. But until next time.